Come one, come all. Welcome to another fun-filled edition of NBA Tonight. I'm Cole Wright alongside Flip Saunders. And what better way to get going than in sunny Florida, South Florida that is, where the Miami Heat had a 12-game winning streak intact, looking to make it 13, but they were going toe-to-toe against a Grizzly squad with a streak of their own. But first things first, LeBron James said he doesn't need props, he doesn't need capes, he doesn't need flight attendants. He does his thing in the pre-game warm-ups. So, Flip, let's get the breakdown from you about what you think about the King before tip time.
Well, I'll tell you what, the power that he dunks these things with is amazing. You got to look. You're looking at, they wanted me to rate these. They could almost all be 10s.
10s, yeah.
But you got to look and see where he's at. Look at how he gets up. Throws it down, not even looking at the rim. We looked right here. Power. The power that he dunks with, and he's got creativity. But here he's just throwing it down, basically throwing it with his elbow. You got to love that.
Rattles the entire backboard, and that definitely sends a message to opposing teams. Would you agree?
Oh, no question. I love this. Here, look at it. He spices it up with the behind-the-back pass, so he gets the assist and the dunk. That's a 10 right there, just as good as that is.
That's right. Little razzle-dazzle, never hurt anyone. And now we get to the game action. LBJ and the Heat taking on the Grizz. D-Wade, he was getting the crowd all fired up before, and rightfully so, because in the first game tied at 9, LeBron to Wade, and these guys are on the same page, Coach.
Yeah, they've been that way all year. Very unselfish team. I like the ball movement. I like the cutting away. When LeBron James gets it, a trap was coming. They got rid of the ball. Now it comes to the other end, and there's Zebo. We know when he gets the ball, he's going over that right shoulder. He's going to normally get those two.
Zach Randolph, double-double machine, 14 and 9 on this night. Then Marc Gasol gets the shooter's touch. Grizzlies square the affair at 31. Now later in the second, Heat trailing Mario Chalmers to Ray Allen, and this guy moves great without the ball.
Moves great without the ball, loves those corners, and that's part of what Miami does. Spots up the three-point shots, and here's the other thing they do. Long passes for easy layups is better than anybody else in the league.
Those two guys always getting together. Heat with a 1-point lead. D-Wade 22 and 8. Then in the fourth and final, LeBron on the break again, giving going with Norris Cole, and that's how you finish it.
That's how you finish it. Elbow at the rim. Aggressive, the heads up, running hard, calls for it, finishes it off. Those are emotional plays that help you both defensively and gets the crowd into the game.
His court awareness, second to none, as is flashes. He finds Shane Battier, top of the key, knocks that back. He was 4 for 5 from deep on the evening. Then 47 seconds to go. Grizzlies down 3. Gasol somehow gets this one to go off the glass.
He's kept them. They say their Achilles heels are inside play. Gasol went at it, but that's what LeBron James does. Doesn't make many this game, but makes the big three at the end when you needed it.
Yeah, it was all important. Top of the arc, buried. LeBron, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Not his regular LeBron-type evening, but nonetheless, the Heat, they still go on. They get the W, 98-91. Dwayne Wade leading the charge for Eric Spoelstra and company, 22 points, 8 assists, and he stepped to the mic after the game, as well as Chris Bosh.
That's why it's a team game. You know, we have enough talent where guys can step up and do other things. I mean, he can still affect the game even offensively when you don't have a great night with his rebounding, his passing, his defense. So, yeah, the other guys stepped up, made timely shots and timely plays.
You know, the minute you start hesitating in your brain, that's the minute you're not doing yourself or the team any good. You know, we practice a lot, and we trust each other, and if a guy raises, we expect it to go in.
So not a very LeBron-like evening, just 18 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Not the usual day at the office for the King, but the Kings, or rather the Heat, they still went on, got the win, and that's what's all important, Coach.
Team basketball, making the extra pass. They had 70% of their buckets tonight were with assists, and that doesn't include the hockey assists, where the pass that leads to the score, the next one. So good in what they do. LeBron struggled a little bit. One, you got to give Tayshaun Prince credit. He contests shots high. He's played against him a lot. I had him in Detroit. They had a lot of battles. He forced him to take contested perimeter shots. That's the only chance you have with LeBron. The only chance you have. And again, but LeBron, he took good shots. He was on balance, and he's been making these shots. They just didn't go. Always on balance again. Running people to him, having problems scoring, but he keeps his confidence no matter what. And like I said, he kept on staying aggressive to the basket, and if he has to, he's going to try to find people, which he does. That's what makes him so effective. He's going to take what the defense gives him. If the defense takes away his shot, he'll be a facilitator and find somebody to pass the ball. Look how everybody's come in. Who's open? Mr. Reliable, Shane Battier, knocks down the three. Everyone is locked into LeBron James knowing he's going to make the plays. And look at that, zip pass on the back cut. Like beating you in so many ways with the ball, without the ball. And when it comes down to it, He hits the big one that counts, even though he doesn't shoot well the whole game. When he needs it, he finishes it off.
Now, Coach, before we got into the meat and potatoes of this highlight, Grizzlies and Heat, we showed you that LeBron, he's a monster in those pregame layup lines. And if you were Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, what LeBron does in those pre-games, would that bother you at all?
No, I love it.
Okay.
I always tell my players, when we got together before the game, I say, guys, we are entertainers.
Okay.
We have to go out and entertain. And what I like is I want my players to have a sweat when that game starts. So if you're going through that layup line and you're dunking and you're doing those things, you're going to get a sweat. Now, let's not get crazy about things. And when we look at LeBron, what he does things that are crazy, but for him it's not. For other people it might be. So I like the idea that they're doing it. They're enthusiastic. They're having fun. The crowd's getting into it. Great home court advantage.
Before every game, LeBron asking himself, how can I move the crowd? First of all, no mistakes allowed.